for something to change, and every single thing that you've ever went through in your life, where you were one version of you and then became another, because ultimately you realized that there was something wrong. And for each one of those experiences, you realized that you were choosing a version of you that isn't who you authentically are. That was ultimately making you miserable. And it's important to understand that you were wrong in choosing that version of you because you didn't know any better, because you believed that you needed to be that version of you for whatever reason. And that's okay. And that's the whole point of the Earth experience. But it kind of blew my mind. I was like, damn, for how much I've changed personally and how I rely on, and all the mental chatter and all the beliefs, the mental chatter, the emotions that come with all of that change and the avoidance of all the change that is yet to come, is that I've chosen to change about myself, is that it's just like every other change that I've gone through and have decided to become more of myself, is that there's something that I believe in that is ultimately making me miserable or suffering, and I'm choosing the problem over the solution. I'm believing in more of the problem than I am the solution. And it's kind of wild because it's just one change away, but the identity and the belief and the comfort of staying the same as well as denying and avoiding the change is what is perpetuating the cycle. But when you become honest and curious, and that is ultimately the solution, as well as just sitting with yourself and being honest and curious, as well as open minded, that you get tired of suffering. You get tired of perpetuating the cycle. And ultimately, you want to give yourself and open up vulnerably, expressively, intuitively, creatively, abundantly, confidently, emotionally, lovingly as well, peacefully, to yourself, to be the change that you know you deserve. Because if you keep on running away from the change, then you will be miserable. You will be miserable. And you will also know there's something wrong because you're tired of running away. And you want to change, but you also fear the change. And it ultimately just means to sit down with that version of you. And we all have no one's perfect because it'd be boring. There'd be no point in having this human experience if there wasn't the point of the process, the journey, the adventure of rediscovering yourself and creating anew upon that in your uniqueness. And understanding also is that the uniqueness is not in the problem, it's in the solution. The specialness is in the solution, not the problem. The glorification of the problem is the illusion and facade that is where the fear and comfort and avoidance lives, rather than the blossoming and opening of the beauty and authenticity of self. So embrace what you know you want to change about yourself, because only you can change you to be who you truly are, because it is your life. And live a life that you want to fucking live. Be the version of you that you want to be, rather than being fucking miserable. Right? Nobody wants to be miserable. No one intentionally came into this life to be miserable. I know I didn't, at least. I mean, you might choose that, but it's definitely not in your authenticity. Can it positively serve you? Yeah. Because just like right before, the perfect time to do something is right before you do it. The perfect time to change is right before you're about to change. It's the same thing. Yeah, that's really it. You deserve to change, don't you?